They might have gave me a deal, but whatever it was worth
like
everything.
I think we all got half off when we came in the door.
We did because it was so late.
Yeah, it was like what, $20, $10? I don't know.
I paid $20 for both of us.
But it was supposed to be like 20.
A person,
I don't remember. Like I said, whatever it was worth everything.
It really was, because that was so relaxing.
Oh my God.
That hot one was
my body was
super amazing.
All the plants, it was gorgeous.
Oh, that was my
setting.
favorite part. I wanted to take some home so bad.
Felt like I was in a jungle for real.
It really was my happy
That's
place.
where we should go for Christmas.
The clutch munchies they had. Needed those. I remember being so hungry when we got there.
Oh God, we went straight for the food.
God,
We sure did. We were starving. We hadn't eaten anything all day. We were
running around.
We woke up, drove there. Well, no, I think me and Rihanna got something like when we first left. We got like breakfast or whatever. But then we get there and from like 3 o'clock, because I got there at 3, and from 3 till 10 o'clock, well, no, like 8:30 that night, we just did nothing but hike and do photo shoots and freeze a little bit and hike back to the car. And by the time, and then it took like over an hour, I feel like, to get to the hot springs. It took for fucking ever to get there.
It was from
the sand dunes.
Yeah,
I felt like the sand dunes hot springs should be way closer.
Right.
Sure.
If you're gonna call it the sand dune hot springs, it should be where the sand dunes really are.
Like less than 50 minutes, at least. Less than an hour.
That's why the room was booked out so far, because when I was trying to do collaborate with Google.
Like our house
Yeah.
was perfect.
Yeah, it was
central,
like
completely central.
It made it sound like it was closer than it was.
Yeah, because you were like, we're 15 minutes from the sand dunes, and then I put it on the GPS and it says 50, and I'm like, who the fuck?
But then when you drive 15 minutes out, there's a giant sign that says Alamosa Sand Dunes.
But then it takes you on that road to the sand dunes, and you're on that bitch forever.
You are. But that's where Google fucks up and tells you it's 15 minutes away.
Right, it's 15 minutes from the turn is what it is.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes from the turn, but it didn't translate that.
Yeah,
that's
it was
where I fucked up on the
craziness.
booking.
I was like, what the fuck? This is not right.
If I had, I had never been there. That's why I didn't know either. If I had been there previously, I probably would have known to book it closer.
Yeah.
But I didn't know.
I was just asking which way it was going.
You know what? Hey, look,
We'll just
really
go this way.
Did you lose your
breakfast?
Oh, it's still in my wallet. Can you do me
and we're like,
before I leave?
We're all hungry trying to figure out where to get food. And I'm like, you guys are going about this all wrong, bro. You guys are not doing this road trip thing right. You gotta go find like the hole in the wall,
little diner. Those are the
we
best.
search the first thing that comes is mom and pop's little kitchen or something.
Oh, and it was
I bet that breakfast was fire, huh?
And it was the best.
They had the best pumpkin pie
Oh my
I ever
God,
had in my life,
yes.
dude. Right? Oh, and it was
End of
fresh.
It was so fresh.
It's at the end of May.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
We could do the mermaid shoot then, because there was a lot of people in a lot of our photos, and Aaliyah photoshopped them out.
Oh yeah, I did.
So it looked like we were
everybody
completely alone out there in the middle of the Sahara Desert.
It was nice.
It's really easy to do.
I played God for a moment in the Photoshop. Like, bye, bitch. Bye.
Right.
Adios, muchacho.
Delete.
For sure. Well, we're going to go ahead and take another break real quick. First, we're going to take a break and play our sponsors' commercials and play some music from some local artists here in the community. And then when we get back, we'll talk more about our strange holiday traditions.
Yeah, we still haven't really talked much about that.
Yeah,
Really
we got
haven't
excited
from
about our
Germany.
trip. It was so great.
It was fun.
Well, guys, we'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in to SEXtiva Talk. Okay.
yeah, you sent me down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
When you were talking about agnostic, or the Gnostic.
Is it? I didn't know that they were
so the term
connected.
agnostic. So the term agnostic neither establishes faith.
Yeah. Well, I know it means.
Belief in the existence
Yeah.
of God.
It's just like even
And
though.
so the Gnostics are agnostic.
Okay.
They do recognize there's a God, their existence, but that's not what they have to do.
Yeah, but their belief system is more structured than just being an agnostic. You know what I mean? Like they have an occultic
No,
structure to their.
yeah, I get that. I'm just saying that term derived from that.
Oh.
I learned that on my rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
Or that's how I was that. I don't know, like I'm still
Cooper
learning
in the
that.
cooking log. In Catalonia, that's a fucking Christmas tradition. The fuck? Spider webs and praying rabbit. Pickle in the tree, grandma did that. Yeah, man, I did the pickle.
Oh, that's right. That's
What is
right.
that for? So basically, every Christmas, my grandma would hide this pickle ornament in the tree somewhere, and whoever found it got a prize.
But she didn't announce that it was
No,
in the tree.
no, you had to kind of notice it and be like, "What's the pickle?" And she'd be like, "You found it." Well, after a while, everybody started getting hit to it, so everybody would come in and start looking for the pickle. So she couldn't do it. But yeah, that's
so many different
and it's a German thing.
like we had to Momsville.
Would it be a real pickle?
Mike's watching
No,
my
it's
life.
just an ornament.
Oh yeah.
But you just asked about the pickle.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Why are you a pickle ornament?" And my grandma would be,
So,
"Oh,
Mike,
you
we
found
love
the
you.
pickle," and she would tell us like,
Happy belated birthday.
Right.
Happy birthday!
You know,
My
like,
grandma used to
there's a gift under the tree.
Yeah.
This is for whoever
Yeah.
has the pickle type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
She had really cool games. and shit.
really cool games like the left and right thing where she would read
It's
this
a
story
story.
and it's of the right family, and every time she would say left, everybody got an envelope.
Yeah.
So every time she say left or right, you pass the envelope, and
Yeah.
once the story was done, that whatever you were with,
Yeah.
right, and some of them got like $20, some of them got 50. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was fun. My grandma had the coolest Christmas
All they
party.
gotta do is pass her.
Yeah. My grandma had some of the coolest Christmas parties. She quit having them because her and my brother just can't.
I mean, she was in her 80s.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma had some
My
cool
grandma
Christmas
was
parties.
dope. My grandma was like slip you a $50. Like,
She'd have up to 60 people in that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
and you know what? Nobody had the best like drug dealer money handoff than grandma. Like grandma could slip you. Nobody seen it.
Here, I'll pull out my
Get about it,
little
kid.
Yeah, she was famous for it.
Oh yeah. Poor thing.
I've been feeling naked.
I know. I keep meaning to help you, and then I just
And I
forget.
keep forgetting too because I get high.
Yeah. And then we're like busy doing photo shoots. You're just like,
Right?
Not
Not
just
doing
US
that.
in the US.
Taylor did a smart photo
oh yeah.
Like you
And the
said.
pickle ornament, that's like a big one.
Yeah, no worries. I know that you guys are busy.
Yeah.
What is the great
I'm so excited. Yeah, they all look awesome. They came out like kind of out.
I felt it. It bounced.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We didn't even like really make a point that we got missing cookies for Santa. Like there was a couple years, like you know, when I was young and I gave a shit. You know?
Well, when I was growing up, we didn't have the Christmas party. We just had everybody over for Christmas morning. And then it was, because my grandparents were divorced, my grandma was remarried, and my grandfather wasn't. So we would actually go to two places on Christmas.
The grandma.
So my grandma decided, you know, she's going to have everything on a different day. Well, she started having it as a party. You know what I mean? She would have it like the weekend before Christmas. You know what I mean? That way she knew everybody was off work, she knew everybody could make it, and there would be everybody in their fucking kids, you know? And everybody would be
Friends of the family.
yeah, you know, and it would, I mean, it started to cost them quite a bit of money, so.
You need to keep it fit $20 on each person.
That's
$1,500. That's just gonna food, all the stuff.
right.
Every fun
They
here,
would decorate, they would go all fucking out. It would have a certain theme for that year.
are you looking for?
I think that I miss it too. She printed, and I just found them day before yesterday.
What?
We made that picture of Dwayne standing in there looking
first
for the
moved
mountains.
Yeah, when they first moved there, wasn't
He's
it?
just, well, there's
Explain
nothing.
that. Explain that.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's when they first got it.
1980.
Yeah, it's when they first got it, and before great
Explain
grandma got the house.
What?
What's what?
There's soap
But
in
his
water.
picture's like
It's not okay. I
We're
mean,
in a
it's not
tattoo
even
shop.
really
We're
going.
in a tattoo shop.
I know it's not even going.
Okay, fine.
It's like 40.
Yeah, it's very fucking
It
good.
was like 23. It was like 43 years.
Sorry.
Because I was
Okay.
over in Germany.
Well, it's really fucking good.
I know it's dirty.
That's all.
Well, we were in Germany when they got married and that because they split up before we went.
Yeah, but I don't.
She took us out. She had.
Sorry.
She didn't want it to be. She didn't want us to take
I don't know. Well, it only be on there while Okay, so it'll say whether or not you want to post it for 30 days now. I have to say it's enough. I don't have to post it. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I'm sorry, Mom. It's okay. I just deleted it. See? Done. And then I just go back on there and go live again. Yeah, it is no big deal, Mom. Don't be sorry. It's
Bet you feel like yourself.
Oh, I'm so happy.
The pain of piercings, everyone.
Thank you. Yes,
Finally.
I'm normal again.
You need to sign a locking fucking piercing.
Sound
What?
that good,
A
right?
locking piercing.
Right.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
it's
looks
got
good.
like a
They're
little
tight.
nub and it just.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Or a really, really fucking strong locking.
You wouldn't fit in the model.
She's always been
Oh, that's good. She's out of the box.
I love it.
Yeah, it should be on really good. I feel like I need to tighten it more than it was. But when you clean it, just get in the habit of tightening it
You
too.
did it. You let each kid.
And I go, this way to tighten.
No, that's so that it's already tidy. Let's
Go that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Tina. Lefty. Okay.
yeah, like this. This way is loosened, this way is tightened. And you'll feel it too. You'll feel it like start to get a little loose, so you can tell it's a little bit well. And then when it's like more
It'll be in the
fitted,
tree. It'll be on the tree somewhere.
once you've had it for a while, you kind of get a feel for it of like when it's.
Even if I don't say it, just casually ask.
Yeah, of course. And then if I need to like really crank it in there with a tool or something.
We'll wait until I get my own
I
phone.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would dream.
Yeah, then we'll really crank that bitch on there.
She's gonna be reminded to check it. You gotta remember because both have been doing money for years.
Elf on a Shelf. That's a new one that's just within the last like 10 years.
Oh, dude, there was. Okay.
No,
Google
that's
this.
not that
I
new.
never
You
heard
wanna
about
know a
Elf on
weird
Shelf
one?
until the
That's a
kids.
southern tradition.
Is
Dude.
it?
Yeah.
Look at the guy that takes the shit in the nativity scene.
Is that the poop in the poop log or some shit?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That's a real tradition.
Well, we're not doing that.
We're talking about that.
We can talk about it, but we're not doing it.
We're not doing it, but we're talking about it. Where did it from?
The marriage fortune telling.
What do they call it and where's it from? You gotta look that
I
up.
did. I looked it up. Hold on.
Let me find it.
Poopy nativity scene.
Hold on, no.
That's what he was doing. Popping his foot, taking his shit. It was a real thing.
Otherwise, we didn't have Christmas.
It was like
Christmas.
Catatonia.
A ham. Christmas ham, is that weird? Ham on
I like
Christmas? Like,
ham.
that's standard, right? That's, you
I think
consider
that's
that standard?
standard.
Yeah, we'll just heard that.
It was what in our house.
And it says I am free.
Poop and poop log catatonia. Poop tradition. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Typically, the parents hide the presents under the log with a blanket. Then, when the children hit the log, parents raise the blanket and the gift is given to the children. Okay, so
Oh,
while
that sounds like
singing
just a
one
very
of
poor
its
primitive
traditional
Christmas.
songs is how children get the log of poop out. Presents. Yeah, Catalan, log that poops candy at Christmas.
now look up guy pooping in nativity scene.
Guy pooping in nativity scene.
I mean,
It's a real tradition, and it'll show like little
It
statues.
does.
Now
I
where's
do
that from?
Catalonian nativity scenes feature a man pooping. One figurine caught my eye because it seemed so bizarre.
Now keep that one up on your screen. We're about to go back in. We'll talk about that. You can read out
I
loud.
can't even.
We're about to talk about
Oh
weird or interesting
So,
holiday traditions.
I now know who I want to
Here's
be in the
fun.
nativity scene. I always thought I wanted to be Jesus.
You don't want to be here no more.
You're like, I want to shit on everything.
I'm just imagining the guy just in the think pose, like pose, you know, and just.
And now one of two different Christmas traditions to refer to every Christmas.
Drifting up, drifting down, drifting all around. BG, emerging from the underground. Drifting up, drifting down, drifting all
That must be
around.
Smoke, BG,
emerging
Baby
from
Girl.
the underground. Drifting up,
Rapper.
drifting all around. BG, emerging from the underground. Drifting up, drifting down, drifting
I
all
must be with
around.
her, buddy.
BG, emerging from
Get
the
out.
underground.
Who is that?
Smoke.
Why are they pooping in there though?
We're gonna cut in after his song.
Okay, yeah, eating bullshit. Okay, the one more blank word.
This is Lady Leah and the Indica Queen, and you are tuned into SEXtiva Talk on the Syndicate Empire Radio. That's radio heard from around the world. SEXtiva Talk is brought to you by Hellraiser's Tattoos, Bonnie and Clyde's Barbershop, Analog Beats, The Adult Social Media, and BDSMandKink.com. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, Indica Queen.
Hi. So we're going to talk about some really different and weird and crazy Christmas traditions, and one that was just brought to my attention is the Catalonian nativity scene featuring a man pooping in the manger scene's corner. So I gotta read this to y'all because you can't make this shit up. The world is chock full of odd Christmas traditions, from Santa's Austro-Bavarian demon helper, the Krampus, to Saint Nick literally having eyes on the back of his head in Japan. Kids growing up in Catalonia, on the other hand, have not one, but two different poop-themed traditions to look forward to every Christmas. The Kagener and the Tio de Nadal. Sorry about that. The Kagener is an interesting figure in Catalonian Christmas celebrations. This name translates to something like the crapper, and he is usually found tucked away in a corner of the manger scene taking care of business. Traditionally, the Kager is depicted as wearing a traditional Catalonian red cap and white peasant shirt, although figures modeled to look like celebrities, politicians, and even the Pope are also popular. That's hilarious. The Kagener has graced Catalonian Christmas celebrations with this presence for over 200 years. But no one is really sure how the first showed up. For some people, the pooping figure symbolizes fertility, and some legends in rural communities hold that nativity scene without a Kagener would lead to a bad growing season. Others say that irreverent figure is meant to humble establishment figures, or that it demonstrates that no one can be prepared for when Jesus will appear. And some even say that the poop was a birthday gift of sorts. It was the only thing the little shepherd boy had to give baby Jesus, Nancy Dinevo told Rainsford. So it's not at all disrespectful. It's a great gift. Oddly, the Kagener isn't Catalonia's only poop-themed Christmas tradition. There's also a Tia de Nadal, or log of Christmas. At first glance, the Tia de Nadal looks like a bit of silly ornament. A log with a goofy cartoon face painted on it and wearing a red cap like a Kagener. Starting with the feast of the Immaculate Conception on December 8th, children make sure to feed the log treats and candy every day to make it grow over the weeks leading up to Christmas. I think the most exciting part was feeding our Tio at school and seeing him grow. Laura Gascon grew up in Andorra, tells Munchies. We used to believe that the log will grow if we feed it properly, and the bigger it would become, the better Christmas gifts we would receive. The Nadal are also popular that there are special artisans called tionaries who spend almost their entire year crafting the poop logs for Christmas. While the piñata-like log is traditionally male, in recent years, female tionas have become as popular. As Christmas gets closer, parents switch the Nadal log with bigger logs to make it look like it gets bigger as it eats treats. But the real event comes on Christmas Eve when children take the smiling log that they've lovingly fed for weeks and beat it with sticks until it poops out candy and cake. Or even a traditional song that kids sing while smacking the log, although unsurprisingly the translation is a bit vulgar. It's unclear whether the log and the Kagener are connected outside of the obvious and smelly theme, but the coincidence is strong enough that there's plenty to speculate about, as seen in this comic.
That's honestly so metal.
That's so different. I don't even know how to feel about that one. That's different.
You know, okay, so I saw pictures, and yeah, it looks like okay, you know what it reminds me of? And I'm not talking shit. I mean, I am kind of talking shit because we're talking poopy nativity scenes here. Do you remember in South Park? Right, what was his name?
Mr. Hanky.
Mr. Hanky. The Christmas, that's what that reminds me of. The Christmas food. I wonder if that has any, like...
correlation?
If that's what... How they came up with that character. You know?
Knowing them, yeah.
You know, probably.
That just sounds like that's a little suspicious how close together that is.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's just too much. That is too much.
That's hilarious. That's so metal to just feed something and then at the end of
Just
a
beat
week
it
or
to
2
death
weeks
until
they're like,
it
yeah,
shits everything
let's
out.
beat it to death until it
There
all
were
spills
pictures
out.
of these kids just beat the hell out of these logs.
So violent.
So like a deluxe pinata.
Oh my god.
A pinata you wait for weeks, so imagine.
Oh
the
yeah.
feelings.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
what okay, the creepiest one was Krampus.
Krampus,
I
yeah,
love
he's
Krampus.
creepy. I mean, for little kids, that's
Yeah.
creepy.
So
You
pretty
know what I
much
mean?
like, if for those who don't know who that is, it's like Bad Santa. Like, he takes instead of coal in your stockings, you get Krampus. And Krampus is a
Thank
demon
you.
from hell, and he will drag your ass to hell if you are bad. Yeah, he's scary demon Santa.
Like, that's a scary thing to tell children.
And they tell children that. And
I mean, I bet the kids. That
what
think
what
Krampus,
country is
had,
that?
like their families had nice Christmases.
I bet they did, and nobody fought, and everybody was like, fuck that.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Please don't drag me to hell.
Right? Like, that's just a crazy thing to tell a child. To get them to be good. You know what I mean? Like, a demon's gonna come from hell and drag you to hell if you don't. If you're good, Santa will bring you gifts, though.
He'll
I mean,
break
that's
it to your
religion in a
house.
nutshell.
Sweet mother of God.
Right.
I mean, I remember in like day camp, they told me as a kid, like, if I peed in the pool, there was a chemical and it would like kill me. So don't pee in the pool. So,
What the
like,
hell?
You get what I'm saying? Like, adults have
God,
kids all
adults
the time.
are
And they talk like not
horrible.
just me, but like, you know, the whole like, I don't know, 5th grade class this.
That's a horrible thing to tell children. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they
don't scare
dress up
kids to
like
do
that.
to do what
You'll
you
see
want.
festivals and you'll
God.
see Krampus. You'll see all these demons walking the street.
I want to do a Krampus photo shoot and cosplay as a
She
Krampus.
would make
so bad.
a good one. You should do a sexy
Okay.
I
one.
want to.
Yeah.
So I found another.
Killer.
This one's kind of cute. So this is called Elfapalooza, and it's in Alabama. The largest gathering of Santa's elves. 1,762 was in Bangkok in 2014. Not to be outdone, but Mobile, Alabama has taken the run at the Guinness Book of World Records marked every year since. Although the record has maintained elusive, that doesn't stop more than 1,000 elves from gathering for Elfapalooza each December in the city's historic city park, Beanville Square. And for the official count followed by the city's art block. That's cute.
That's
There's
adorable.
like a shit ton of elves, like all just like a sea of elves. That's kind of cute.
I
You
would
know, they
dress
would break
up
that
for
record
that.
if they tried it in Ireland.
Oh God, I know, right?
Yeah, you guys are doing this right. Bad marketing.
I mean, we could do it here.
Why not? If you
What's
promoted it
Oh,
right.
Christmas tree.
1,200.
Oh, that's neat too. That's in Arizona. Because, you know, I don't think it can grow pine trees out
I was just running around.
No.
looking
I learned, my kids taught me something yesterday, so I have a question.
there. Yeah.
What would you think Japan's Christmas
Yeah, you were
tradition would be?
telling me about that. That's
Don't-
funny.
don't tell
I'm not
anybody.
saying nothing, but it's funny.
What would you guys think that Japan's Christmas tradition would be?
Oh God, it's something off the wall, I'm sure.
Oh my
at
god.
it. Like, their kid.
It's so funny. It's super funny.
It has to be hilarious because it's Japan. Come on.
Do you know?
I don't know. Honestly.
Nobody wants to guess? Nobody? Okay, it's funny. Okay, so back, I guess, in the late 70s, early 80s, KFC decided that they were going to go ahead and franchise up in Japan. And they opened up their first store, where their manager was this old guy, white beard, white hair, Japanese man. Well, he dressed up as Colonel Sanders, but he also dressed up in a Santa costume. And he went and delivered chicken to these schools during the holidays. Well, that it picked up in popularity. People thought it was a tradition in America that we ate KFC chicken on the holiday. So it became a tradition in Japan to eat KFC in Japan on Christmas. So they line up for hours for buckets of chicken at KFC. They order it weeks in advance. They reserve their buckets of chicken. And it's a real thing. It's a totally real thing.
They view Colonel Sanders as their Santa.
They do. They think of Colonel Sanders as their Santa.
I love it. I love it.
It's a real thing. You can.
I mean, look,
hilarious.
listen. If I didn't know what a turkey was, right, and I only had chickens, and I got the Periscope, watch commercials, whatever, of I think that was a big ass chicken on the table.
Right? Well, it's that home style American Southern food, you know? And,
With the mashed potatoes. And...
Yum. I fucking crave a KFC now. But, so, I guess okay, so the amount of money they make in Japan is like 10% of what they make in their company all year round. So Japan makes a pretty good chunk of money for them just in one day for the holidays. And it's really, it's crazy to think about. Yeah, their Colonel Sanders is Japan's Santa Claus, and they wait in line for that chicken. No, you won't see that happening here in America, but it's crazy to think about that. Yeah.
Well,
Japanese
to be honest with
culture.
you, why not? Because people order their entire holiday meals from Boston Market. And
Right.
my options was Boston Market versus KFC. I'm pro KFC.
Yeah, this is true too, I guess. But yeah,
That's just funny how it became a tradition too. How it started off as just in
Yeah.
school, and then everybody just accepted it.
right. And
They're
then
like, yeah,
start
the
off
Americans
these
do
commercials.
this.
He's all dressed up as Santa, and they're like, "Oh, that's Santa. That's not Colonel Sanders. That's Santa Claus."
Okay, so here's another one. The Ukraine's strangest holiday Christmas traditions involve spiderwebs on a Christmas tree instead of Christmas decorations.
Oh, that's what that song, Silver and Gold.
So it says, this is a heartwarming story. According to an old legend, a poor widow and her children found a Christmas tree in their garden, but didn't have any money to decorate it. The children were sad they couldn't decorate it, so the mother hung some fruits and nuts on the tree, hoping that it would make her kids smile on Christmas Day. However, when they woke up the next morning, it was covered by a spider web, which turned into bright silver and gold in the morning light. In honor of this, the Ukrainians hang spiderweb-shaped decorations on for Christmas on their trees, and it's thought to bring them good fortune. Next time, think before you try to brush up the cobwebs away.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I think that's where that song Silver and Gold comes from. There was one too with a pickle. I can't remember, but they hang pickles in their tree.
Okay, so here we go. How cute. Swedish people know exactly what they will be doing on the afternoon of Christmas Eve each year, and the answer is watching television. Their Christmases are planned around an unusual television special. In the afternoon, people gather around to watch Donald Duck. This dates back to the 1960s when televisions were new and played only 2 channels, one of which played Disney cartoons. One of the most popular is a 1958 Christmas special called Kali Anka Hans. I can't say that. I'm sorry. I don't. So I don't speak Swedish. Or Donald Duck and his friends wish you a Merry Christmas. That's cute.
That is cute.
Disney. It goes way back.
Wow. That's an adorable one.
Little Candles Day.
We can talk about Yule traditions.
There's a tradition.
What?
You would like this because you're witchy. I don't remember where it was, so forgive me, and I even watched it last night, but there was a tradition in a culture where they take their brooms and they hide them so the witches don't steal them on Christmas.
Really?
And the men will go out on their front porch and shoot a shotgun in the air to scare off the witches as tradition before they go in the house.
Where is that from? Do you know?
Oh, it's said, and I can't remember.
No, I didn't see.
We brought our own brooms, thank you.
But it's a tradition, yeah.
Hey, Christmas started as Yule, and that's witchy. So.
Right. For sure. Yeah,
Hold on.
that was kind of cool. I didn't know that was the tradition, but I'd be down.
Here it
to
is.
play
Hiding
along.
brooms. It's in Norway.
Norway?
So it says one of the most unorthodox Christmas traditions can be seen here in Norway. It's a tradition that dates back centuries and people still believe in them. According to Norwegian folklore, witches and evil spirits come out on Christmas Eve to do some mischief. So families hide their brooms to stop them from being stolen for a midnight ride. Sometimes they even burn spruce logs in the fireplace to stop them from coming down the chimney. Another Norwegian tradition is to serve riskrem, a chilled rice pudding with berry sauce for dessert. The lady of the family places a single blanched almond inside the rice pudding, and whoever finds it first will get a gift. It's believed to bring good luck and prosperity.
That's cool.
Yeah.
My grandma used to make a really good rice and raisin pudding growing up, and you don't really see that anymore.
Russian folklore, babushka.
Babushka. I
So
like that word.
Italy is home of one of the quirkiest Christmas traditions of all, to bring everyone to the festival of seasons. To bring everyone in the festival season. While Italian children are visited by Santa Claus, Babbo Natale. Each Christmas Eve, they get another visit on January 5th, the eve of the Epiphany. According to legend, Befana was a witch who didn't give a gift to baby Jesus in the manger. To repent, she now gives gifts to all children, who leave out some wine and food for her. There is a similar figure in Russian folklore where babushka, meaning old woman, brings gifts to children. In Rome, you'll find shepherds dressed in traditional sheepskins and wool cloaks playing the bagpipes, usually in pairs in honor of the traditional shepherd. It's quite the spectacle to see them break out in tunes in squares and piazzas across the region. That's kind of fun. You got wine and food, bitch.
Instead of milk and cookies, give me wine.
Yeah. Something some old lady told her grandkids.
Right? You got wine and this food, honey.
No, not the cheap wine. The one your mommy drinks.
Yeah. The one that's in the wine cellar. Go get that one.
Right, and leave that top ramen in the cabinet. Go cook a steak.
Right?
How are you you gotta pair the wine correctly, you know?
Right.
And what's that? That's babushka.
Babushka.
Yeah, so, and then there's, let's see, what the hell? Disguised mummers, Latvia. Mummers, or street actors, can also be friends and family who disguise themselves as animals and macabre characters in Latvia. They then go from house to house within their community during the 12 days of Christmas to drive away the evil spirits with music and traditional songs. They even give a variety of information or informal performances that may include dance, jokes, and recitations. In return, families offer Christmas traditions, food, and drink. The mummers are expected to stay disguised, and in addition to their masks, they hide their voices to avoid being recognized. Once the mummers are identified, they remove their disguises and spend some social time with the hosts, eating the food offered to them. Then they travel as a group to the next home to continue the process.
That's a Celtic tradition, right?
Latvia, I don't know where that's at.
Okay, I think that's in the Celtic region. So I remember my Celtic literature professor told us about that.
I mean, it sounds like caroling.
It does. Then Sweden has a Yule goat.
But doesn't caroling have a dark history behind it, though, too? Or am I wrong about that?
I don't remember, to be
I
honest.
don't know. Let's go down that rabbit hole.
Let's see. What's the original story behind Christmas caroling? If you've ever wondered when Christmas carols first came about, the answer lies in the 14th century, although their evolution dates back even further. Even before Christianity, it's thought that the midwinter songs exist to keep up people's spirits along with dances, plays, and feasts.
Oh, so people just decided to do that, I guess. Should find some more Yule traditions to talk about, because there's some really interesting ones.
Yule traditions?
Yeah, that's pre-Christmas. That's what.
Yule traditions.
That's the paganistic Christmas before Christmas was permanent Christmas.
Gradually, Yuletide was extended to
Yuletides.
span a full 12 days and nights, blending several other traditions. The 12 days between the winter solstice and the beginning of the next solar year, were considered a sacred period belonging neither to the old year nor the new.
And people would make Yule logs,
Here we
put candles and gifts on them.
Yule
Oh,
is
yeah?
celebrated in Germanic countries with animal sacrifices where the sacrificed blood was then used to paint the altar, temple posts, and the supplicant himself as part of the ritual. He was literally washed in the blood. This was followed by feasts, storytelling, and drinking around a large communal fire.
So apparently there's a Yule cat, Gryla, and the Yule cat.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
Icelandic.
that. I've seen that on one of the other.
Gryla is a giant ogre who lives in a cave. During Christmas, she emerges to hunt for children, which she kidnaps, takes to her cave, and cooks in a vat with stew. Gryla has a variety of companions, including the Yule lads, her 13 unruly troll children / large adult sons, and the Yokaladurin, or Yule cat. Did you think the Yule cat sits on your lap as you open gifts, playing with the wrapping paper, and contributing to the overall atmosphere of cozy Christmas Eve? Wrong. The Yule cat is terrifying. Like Satan, walking among us, roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. The massive Yule cat lurks through the town in the dark, peering into the lighted windows of children's bedrooms. The only way to save yourself from being eaten is to show him that you got clothes for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you were good this year.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that one
If
actually.
you didn't get any new clothes, you leave out your old clothes and hope in God they meet his standards.
Mm-hmm.
So you just
I was
your best
reading about
clothes for him.
that. It's a tradition. They were saying
And
that
if you didn't get new clothes,
you might be eaten.
Wow.
and you wouldn't get new clothes because parents could just literally terrify their kids by like, you're bad, you don't get new clothes for Christmas.
Yeah, let's finish it.
Sacrifice it to the little cat.
To the giant cat?
Like,
That's terrifying, honestly.
That is
That scared the
terrifying.
shit out of me.
Damn, I did not want clothes for Christmas, but now I really, really do. I am so sorry.
Right.
Please look it up.
Yes, give me the
Make sure
fuzzy
they're the
socks.
nicest.
Let's see.
So they pass inspection.
What other? Drinking, dancing, and singing were also staples of Yule tradition. In Britain, the Yuletide singing tradition was called wassailing, which gradually evolved into Christmas caroling. In Germany, a notable Yule tradition included bringing a small tree into the home for decoration. Let's see. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. What other strange and unusual Christmas traditions?
I could talk about one of mine that I love. Just making glühwein,
What is that?
mulled wine.
Oh,
That
tell
was
us more about
delicious.
it.
It's a Germanic traditional Yule, along with simmer pots, one of
Okay.
like traditional
so
drinks that they would
popcorn
have. But
is
it's
one
a
of the
really
favorites in
warm,
American Christmas
spiced
food.
wine. Some people add brandy to it, but it's like cinnamon, cloves, anise if you want to throw it in there, oranges, and then you let it sit and simmer, and it just gets so good and spiced and warm.
Oh, wow. You
Yeah.
know, there was kind of one I saw last
Gluten.
night, too. They took a dead seal, like, and stuffed it, and then they, like, put it under a bunch of, like, giant rocks and buried
Oh.
it for, like, 18 months, and then it would ferment.
Oh, yeah, I think that's
And-
Icelandic or Norway or even
Yeah,
like
and
an Inuit
this is a
tradition.
Christmas tradition, too,
Yeah.
yeah, and they would go out there and they'd eat it, but they would only eat it outside, and they said they described the taste, it tastes like fucking, I guess, licorice and cheese, they were saying.
Interesting.
And it ferments for 18 months, and then they eat it like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
No offense,
But
that's
it's a
sad.
it's a real tradition.
There's a
It's probably
pig
a real
in the Czech.
Pungent.
So a Czech Christmas ornament maker has added tiny masks to the country's traditional golden pigs, which are said to arrive in the homes of good children who fast before Christmas Eve family feast. That's weird. Since ancient times, owls have been popular symbols of wisdom because they look so
thoughtful and serious. Since they can see in the dark, they represent seeing through the darkness of ignorance. This owl's bright, colorful plumage celebrates the holiday season. Those are some Christmas owl ornaments and what their meaning is.
Yeah, owls are very symbolic in general.
They're very special to me, yeah.
throughout history. And you'll see, like, even the Freemasons use the owl a lot. Their imagery, you'll see it in Egyptian imagery.
Yep. For Thoth,
Yeah,
Thoth, Lilith, to name a couple.
yeah. Oh, yeah, very wise. Very, very wise.
Very spiritual animals. Whenever I see an owl, it's always like a very clear, significant sign, and it's usually the same like type of like very pale barn owl that I always see most of the time. And it's usually like I have to be looking at where I am directly at the time of day and to see it. But
See, Erica was talking about how she grew up in Germany and they
We lived there for like 3 years, so we had like 2 or 3 Christmases out there, so we got to embark on the German side of Christmas. And
Yeah.
it's not Santa,
It's
Satan.
more brutal,
You
yeah.
put- well, it's not even that. It's just very different. It's just very different.
They're
You
very
know,
festive.
they're very festive.
Like,
Like,
the whole thing.
we had a great time out there. Like, I loved having Christmas out there. You stuck your shoes outside if you were good. St. Nick came out on the door, handed you your shoes with your gifts in it. You know, if you were bad, you got cold, and he didn't even stop at your door.
But
You know, it was
German
cool.
people themselves were very open.
They were.
They would wish you the best holidays.
Yeah,
and
they
they
were
were
super
It wasn't-
nice
it's
to
nothing
us.
like over here.
Mm-mm.
You know, they all went out of their ways to make us feel welcome.
I loved Germany. It was great.
We had
I'd
a
love to
specific
visit.
pub that would actually shut down.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
invite
awesome.
yourself for dinner, lock the doors, you have like
Mhm.
40 people and a bunch of service guys and
Oh,
all of
man.
us, and we
Yeah.
party and just have a good time.
That's awesome.
It was wonderful.
I'd love to
Christmas
visit.
time in Germany. This is what I was telling you about earlier. Let's see, what is this?
Remember,
Remember?
Remember
See,
Christmas
growing
time.
up, we always did
Here we
the
go.
traditional stockings
Here we
over the
go.
fireplace.
It's the Christmas markets is what it is.
Put energy to it.
Here we go. That's what it looked like. It was
It's the
so
neatest
beautiful.
thing.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
ever.
gorgeous.
And it's so cool because it's all dedicated to Christmas.
You
Everything
know,
is Christmas. It's so cool.
Speaking of which, this year I wanted to make it tradition now that the boys are living up here and my youngest has been coming up more. I want to start taking them to Santa's workshop because for those who don't know out there, it is an amusement park here in Colorado Springs, near Manitou,
Yeah.
right?
It's all fun.
It's right up there in Cascade.
Yeah.
So if you visit Colorado, you should put this place on your bucket list. But it is Santa's pretty much North Pole themed amusement park.
It's open year round.
They are in the mountains. They do have limited hours, but they are open year round, like she said. And this time of year, I'm assuming they would be super popular being Santa's workshop, and they have Santa walking around freaking this place and visiting with the kids, and it's super cool. Like, all the rides are even North Pole themed. Everything is Christmas themed. It's super fun. So I suggest checking that out here in Colorado Springs. It's at least a Colorado Springs tradition up here. But I want to make it my family's tradition as well, because we're trying to start new traditions for ourselves.
I haven't been up to that place since my kids were little, and like when we go for field trips during school time, there were a lot of field trips to that place.
If you guys want to plan a day trip,
I'm down.
right?
I'd be down.
That place is adorable.
Yeah.
honestly.
Right?
So-
They have one of
So-
the highest Ferris wheel, I think, in
My-
the country.
So my
salvation-wise.
Oh shoot.
Our family's all Christmas.
Sounds
so
windy.
business.
like,
It was a little-
we
yeah.
sell Christmas trees. We my Uncle Ronnie and my Aunt Joni were Colorado Springs Santa for years.
He was the Santa at the where she was talking about.
I
Oh,
can
that's
show
so
you
cool.
pictures. I'm sorry.
Wow,
about that.
small world.
And they had their house dressed as Christmas.
Yes.
Ev-
There's a
year-round.
whole
Yeah.
room that
Yeah.
they had dedicated to Christmas,
You could
and that's
bring your children and
Yep.
have pictures
Yep.
taken with the Mr.
Year-round.
and Mrs. Claus.
year
It was
round.
wonderful.
And I'll show you pictures of it because it's really, it's
Very,
really,
very much into
yeah.
Christmas. Our whole family.
Our
has
family's
been-
all, Christmas has been one of our favorites since since God, before I was born. I know that.
When I was younger, that was probably some of my best, memories at Christmas was at my aunt's house. My dad's sister, she had one room designated for Christmas. She had a giant house right off Federal Boulevard in Denver, and she had a giant tree in this one room, and she would fill it up with presents and have big dinners, and it was just wonderful.
And
I
this
love
is
that
in
picture.
their home. You can
Yeah.
take your children and have pictures done.
This was as far back as I can remember.
Wow.
My kids used to fight with other kids at school because they'd be like, Santa's not real, and my kids would be like, yeah,
I went to
he's
his
my
house.
uncle.
Yeah.
He is my uncle.
He
I can
lives in
tell
our
you
house.
now.
To
Yeah.
that.
He
The
is
North
Santa.
Because he
And-
worked there too.
Yeah.
And the Mall of America paid him a couple of times to come play Santa.
That's
In
so
it's in
cool.
I
Michigan.
think so.
The Mall of America?
Yeah.
Wow.
Minnesota. I knew it was one of them M states. But
Yeah, I love that
they would
place.
pay him to come play Santa, and he usually played Santa in the Parade of Lights here.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
cool. Wow.
I love my family.
I love spending time with my family on the holidays. I enjoy cooking for them. We are getting ready to decorate our tree. My sister's staying with me now, so we're gonna set up our tree tonight, I think. I've been meaning to pull it out anyway. So we're gonna set it up
I'm
tonight.
doing it today only.
After we go pick up my grandbaby.
Yeah, I just gotta get through my shift tonight, but I don't have to close. I pre-close, so
That's also good.
it'll be fun.
Older.
She
Yeah.
gave me some Hello Kitty
Oh.
ornaments. I'm really excited to put them on the tree.
Yeah, my aunt and my
Uncle, your Santa, Mr. and Mrs. Claus
Wow.
for my entire life. My entire life, I'm telling you,
my kids used to get in so many fights over that.
I would too, though, honestly.
You know what I mean? Like they were like, no, that is my uncle.
Can you imagine what it was like for their kids? Santa walking out of the house all the time.
Right.
And the kids are still living at home going, how do I explain this to the other kids?
Right? Well, we're gonna go ahead and shout out our sponsors again real quick and go over to the music break. Shout out to theadultsocialmedia.com. Sign up today. You can be 18 plus if you're tired of all that mess that Facebook has to offer you, is selling your information and dealing with little kids or not being able to post what you want. Go to theadultsocialmedia.com. If you're a model, you're trying to have a platform where you don't want to, share a cut with other sites, but you want to make all your money, go to theadultsocialmedia.com. You need some supplies for that? Hit up our other sponsors. Hit up Santa Bob, speaking of which. Santa Bob owns BDSMandkink.com. He has all your bad girl needs. So definitely check that website out. Also, need to get cleaned up for that site? Why don't you come up here, get a haircut over at Bonnie and Clyde's Barbershop, and get a tattoo while you're at it.
Right?
Hang out, have
It's like
fun.
your one-stop shop for all that.
Yes, it's amazing here. I love it here. Come see us. And shout out to Analog Beats. We love you. They're always putting on amazing shows, and I'm part of that team, and I just love being a part of that team too. So they're great. And thank you for always sponsoring us and showing love as well. And shout out to the Syndicate Empire Radio for hosting us every Saturday from noon to 3. So yeah, tune in every week. Put that on your calendar. You don't want to miss out on our live feeds. That's where you're gonna see all the fun behind the scenes stuff, especially on our live videos. So yeah, check that out. We're gonna play a quick couple commercials from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Boast without the family for kids see, or maybe just want freedom of speech without ban.
Did your uncle ever work at the Citadel Mall?
Like, make
I think
groups,
so.
promote your
I think I have a picture of me.
Years ago.
Yeah, like probably like 2005-ish.
Probably.
I think I have a picture of me sitting on your uncle's lap as a kid.
Probably.
I bet I do. I'm like 90% sure.
Sign up online today at theadultsocialmedia.com. Hey there, gentlemen. Looking to level up your style game without spending a fortune? Look no further than Bonnie and Clyde's Barbershop, where a stunning $20 fade is just around the corner. Make a statement with your style at 1323 North Academy Boulevard today. At Bonnie and Clyde's, we understand the importance of a good haircut. Our experienced barbers are dedicated to
I'm gonna end this live because my phone is running out of battery, but if you guys want to tune in, go ahead and go to Syndicate Empire Radio or tune in to Aaliyah's Live too, and come hang out with us.